आपने अभी गुरु दक्षिणा का पोस्टर देखा आपकी स्क्रीन पे। गुरु दक्षिणा के बारे में कल आपको स्वामिनी जी ने बताया। आप यथाशक्ति यथा भक्ति अपनी गुरु दक्षिणा दे सकते हैं। जो डिटेल्स, बैंक डिटेल्स दिए गए हैं आपके स्क्रीन पे पोस्टर में, उन पे हम चैट बॉक्स पे भी कॉपी पेस्ट कर देंगे। बैंक डिटेल्स आप जिसमें भी चाहें दे सकते हैं। About the Guru Paduka Puja, we have been informing you for the past few days about the guided Guru Paduka Puja to be held tomorrow, that is 24th of July, from 7 a.m. to 8:15 a.m. This program is going to be held in Coimbatore in the presence of Swamini ji, and the list of items that are required for the puja has also been provided. So you can follow along if you wish, or you can just watch as you please. But please do not miss this opportunity to perform this Paduka Puja, which is going to be really a sublime experience. Chinmay Gardens, Coimbatore is organizing a mantra sadhana retreat for 8 weeks from the 7th of November 2021 to the 1st of January 2022 under Swamini ji. This is the first time that a retreat like this is being organized. It is a residential program. You can join for a minimum of 3 weeks if you are unable to join for 8 weeks. All the other details have been provided in the flyer and the brochure. Please get in touch with the concerned people in case you wish to register. This retreat is meant to strengthen one's personal sadhana, japa sadhana, and all the other personal sadhanas that one is already doing.
ओम हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
I want you to start straight away. You want me to start? समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरोरूपं पूजामूलं गुरोर्पदं मन्त्रमूलं गुरोर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरुर्कृपा। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। Hari Om and Namaskar to everyone. Volume koncham just. Today is the last day of our Jnana Yajna, little less. We see that Guru is not just a person, he is the Tattva. That does not mean he does not appear as a person. I still have someone with a question. Why do we have only one Sadguru? First of all, remember Sadguru is not a name of a person. Because nowadays when we say Sadguru, we associate it with one particular person somewhere. Sadguru is each one of us can have our own Sadguru, right? And the Sadguru is the one who is going to take us to the ultimate truth. So therefore, when we have many, we can have many gurus. But if we can think of all of them as one, then also it's fine. In the many, if I can see one, then if I see the Guru Tattva only can be one. Persons can never be one. So that is also fine. Otherwise, it's better if we have what? One particular Guru. Otherwise, we can get completely, one taking us there, one taking us there. We want to know what to do. As I said, mantra gurus can be many, tantra, etc., etc. All that is there. Sadguru is necessary. There was another question that was asked that is the manifested world consciousness? So, manifested world is an appearance, a manifested appearance of Chaitanya, Atma or consciousness. Another very important point to remember is that Atma, Chaitanya, Tattva, Brahma, all this only one synonymous meaning. We ask this question, is Chaitanya different? Because we think Chaitanya is different from Atma, is different from, they say Satchidananda as though they're three different things and all. No, it's not like that. So we're talking of it as one Tattva. Anyway, progressing on our journey, the 2G connection of Guru and God. We saw yesterday, he is Bhukti, Mukti, Pradatacha. He gives what? Both Bhukti and Mukti. He's capable of giving both. And whatever we ask, he will give us. So and many people ask, should we ask Bhagwan for anything? We should not ask God or Guru for anything. We should not ask. Many people say like that. I say we should ask. If worldly desires are also there, we should ask Bhagwan. Instead of asking worldly people, we should ask who? Bhagwan. Because he is Mukti. Everyone will not have this intense desire for Mukti. It's not possible. Even if we say, it is not really true. We may say Mukti also, at the same time we'll say, please see that my son marries a good daughter-in-law. That is also for us an important thing, I want mukti. I want to see the whole world is mithya, but in this mithya world, may my daughter-in-law be nice. You know, mithya, okay, fine, but let nice mithya daughter-in-law be there. Understand? So we do have worldly desires. So better ask whom? Bhagavan only. Who else can we ask? Better ask Guru only. So should we ask bhukti? Yes. From whom? Guru or God? Now we go to the next verse, very beautiful verse. Let us see. Shoshanam bhava sindhoscha
Soshanam bhava sindhoscha
Jnāpanam sāra sampadaha
Jnāpanam sāra sampadaha
Gurof pādodakam samyak
Gurov pādodakam samyak
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Guru has this wonderful ability. It is said that Agastya Muni drank up the whole ocean. He dried up the whole ocean. That is what is said. But the Guru also has this ability. What's this ability of the Guru? He can Shoshanam Bhava Sindha. But what Sindha? Not that sagar that we know with all the salty this. No. Bhava Sindha, Sindhu. Bhava Sindhu is this, we, all of us have this continuous wanting or desire to become something. I want to become great. I want to become whatever. So if they are spiritual people, I want to become pure. I want to become dharmic. I want to become religious. I want to become a bhakta. Whatever. It may be a spiritual desire. It may be worldly. It doesn't matter. I want to become famous. All of us have these things. We want to become something. What does it mean? That we are not that. We want to become. Okay. So this thing of wanting to become, this is called Bhava Sagar. So what does Bhagwan do? What does Guru do? Shoshanam Bhava Sindhoscha. This endless wanting to become is put to an end, and instead of becoming, you become what? There is no more becoming, there is only being. जो है उसमें स्थित होना है. कुछ बनने की बात नहीं है, होने की बात है. So he stops all this becoming, because I already am infinite. I don't have to become infinite. वो ऐसा ज्ञान देते हैं कि सब बनना, बनाना, दूसरे को बनाना सब छूट जाता है. अगर हम किसी न किसी, हम खुद भी बनना चाहते हैं, हम किसी को बनाना भी चाहते हैं. We had one prime minister, they used to call him Banana Prime Minister. Because he used to always keep saying what? हमको देश को बनाना है, बना दिया, बहुत सबको बना दिया. सब बन भी गए ऐसे. So this no शोषणम भव सिंधुश्च शोषणम. कहा ना that what Guru has what भव सागर अब सूख गया, फिक्र नहीं अब तरण न की, मुझे लागी लगन गुरु चरण न की. There is a bhajan like that, beautiful. Bhavasagar सूख दिया. You know, recently we had Ashadi Ekadashi. In Pandharpur, Bhagwan stands like that, right? So why does he stand like that? One of the beautiful interpretation given by Bhagwan Shankaracharya, I love it. He says that, you know, he stands like that, telling all the devotees that, look, when you are going through the ocean or this river of sansar, river is this, please don't worry. It is, you will not, I am standing on the other side, okay, of this river. So you start walking. It is only up till here. It is not more than this. So you keep walking. And come to me. I am here on the other side. Just keep coming. And I am here. I will accept you here. Please keep walking. So he said here, Shoshanam Bhava Sindhoscha. What does the Guru do? He dries up all this Bhavasagar. Because otherwise, to cross an ocean on our own is impossible. You can't swim. However great a swimmer, even Olympic champion you may be, you cannot what? Cross over an ocean on your own. You need someone for that. That is why Guru is very, very important. Jnapanam Sara Sampada. He gives us what? Sampada. Sampatti of knowledge. It is said very beautifully. Mirabai says, Rama Ratana Dhana Payo. Payo ji maine Rama Ratana Dhana Payo. Vastu Amaulika Di Mere Satguru. Who gave this wonderful Rama Ratan to me? Satguru. Kripa Kari Apanayo. He, by his own grace, he accepted me and he gave me this Rama Ratana. Jnapanam Sara Sampadaha. And then he said, what type of this Ratan is now? This precious Sampada, wealth. It is not. It says, Chorana lute, kharchana khute. You keep spending it and it does not get less. And no one can what? Steal it also. Dina dina badhata savayo. The more and more it increases in our only heart. This knowledge will become more established. Once you get it, you start becoming what? Established in this knowledge only. Dina dina badhata savayo. Payo ji maine Rama Ratana Dhana Payo. What a great this. So it is said over here that this, once we get this knowledge is precious. Forget about realization. Even otherwise, all of you who are listening, you have been listening for some time. I know many of you have been listening for years together. Has not this knowledge made a great difference in your life? Through so many difficulties that you had this one thought or the other. Many times people have said, were it not for the spiritual knowledge, with all the difficulties that I got in my life, I would have gone mad. They have told me like that. Were it not for Chinmay mission, were it not for Gurudev in my life, were it not for this knowledge in my life, I don't know what would have happened. How would I have been able to face everything? If I had not got all this guidance and this support of the Guru, I don't know what my life would have been. How many of you have this experience? So many of you. Isn't it true? So therefore, we find this, that it is a sampati. It's the fantastic sampati. This wealth is there. Knowledge is wealth. Knowledge is power and knowledge is wealth also. Shoshanam bhava sindhoscha jnapanam what? Sara sampadaha. And then it is said beautifully, Gurur Pado Dakam Samyaka. And this is what? Guru Pada Udakam. Very nice. The what? The Udaka, when you do the Paduka Puja, you put Tirtham. You put water, and then what you get becomes what? Tirtham, Udakam, that Pado Udakam. The glory of that. What is the meaning is that anything touched by the Guru becomes what? Sacred and holy. And we also saw yesterday what? Guru stands on his feet. So the Padodakam is what? Is that which he stands for. That becomes for us also what we stand for. We take that inside us. Okay. See, it is said in the Guru Gita only, beautiful verse. It is said, Kashi Kshetra Nivasohi Jhannavi Charanodakam Guru Vishveshwara Sakshat Tarakam Brahma Nishchayah. What a beautiful verse. The Guru Dham, wherever the Guru stays, that is Kashi. You all know the glory of Kashi. कहते हैं ना काशी का मरण बहुत अच्छा होता है. You go there and do darshan and all that, and then what happens over there? The beauty of Kashi is what? Ganga ji is there. So who is Ganga? The place where the Guru stays is Kashi Kshetra. Charanodakam, the tirtha of the Guru is what? Ganga, Sakshat Ganga. And it is said, who is the Guru himself? Guru, what? Vishveshwaram Sakshat. He is Sakshat. Vishveshwar is God himself. And it is said in Kashi, at the time when you die in Kashi, Bhagwan Shiva himself gives Taraka mantra by which you get moksha. Haven't you heard that? So what is that Taraka mantra that the Guru gives? Brahma Nishchayah. Wah, kya baat hai? देखो, ब्रह्म ज्ञान देना एक बात है, पर ब्रह्म का निश्चय कराना दूसरी बात है. ब्रह्म ज्ञान तो दिया, लेकिन हमारा ब्रह्म निश्चय नहीं हुआ, तो वो हमको काम में नहीं आता है. हमने ज्ञान सुना भी, समझा भी, लेकिन वो हमारा निश्चय जब होता है. निश्चय कब होता है? जब हम मनन करते हैं, तब वो उसका निश्चय होता है. And it is said in our scriptures, in the Upanishad, it is said, Tattva Nishchaya Matrena Pragnyo Bhavati Dhimataha. By just Tattva Nishchaya Matrena. ये ज्ञान जो है, पहले क्या होता है? उसका निर्णय होता है, फिर उसका निश्चय होता है. निश्चय होने से ही वो स्थापित होता है. Shravan, when we listen to the knowledge, after which understanding happens, but the nishchaya happens only after manana. Okay. So it is said here that is nishchaya. So Taraka Brahma Nishchaya, meaning the words of the Guru. See, ordinary when we listen or with this, but when certain times when we listen, when the pramana vyapar happens between the Guru and the Shishya, all of a sudden in the mind it becomes, yes, I am this truth. Yes, I understand. This aha moment happens, and that is called Brahma Nishchaya. That gives moksha. Is it okay? They say in Vedantic language I'm talking, sadhan chatushtaya sampanna. If you have all the proper qualifications and then you listen to the Guru, you will immediately get moksha. This is what is the Siddhanta, Shravana Matrena. By listening only, you will get moksha. But who will listen? Not anyone else. A person who is well prepared must listen. And believe me, in the presence of the Guru, when you are doing Shravanam, all your sadhan chatushtaya are at its maximum. Remember that also. You go to your room and all that, it'll all go away. You go to your house, you go somewhere else, When you are sitting there, Viveka is strong, Vairagya is strong, Shama, Dhamma, etc. is strong. Right now, as you are sitting here, I hope you're not eating and listening. So Dhamma is there. It's not that TV is on also and this is also on. I don't think so. I don't know, because so many of you have, only names are coming. That's why I always like everyone to switch on, please switch on your videos, so I can see you all. Because it really happens like that, because no point in not switching on the video. Because I'm telling you, at least when you're looking and I am looking and I'm looking at you, what happens? You become a little more, I'm telling, this is all very good. This online yajna and all, there's nothing like it. It's good only, but please remember that it is only a second best. And please do not consider second best as the first best, because many times it happens, what happens to us? For us, second best becomes the best. And I'm telling you, future, I know it. People will say, why don't you, instead of us going all the way to the Yajna Shala, all the way to somewhere better, sit at home, and all. The disadvantage, a big disadvantage is you can switch me off whenever you want. Is it true or not? Completely on you. 1 second and all. And then the phone also comes, something also comes. You will simply mute me or something like that and go somewhere here, there, come back. I have no idea what's happening. Okay. That's why I want all of you with this. So at least I know you are looking at me and I, and I'm looking at you also. Remember. So therefore, I'm telling you, with everything going, you sit in front of the Guru also, you go to sleep. And the mind goes here and there, and this Brahma Jnanam goes, Bhagwan knows where. This Tattva Nishchay becomes so difficult, knowledge becomes impossible. Then we say also, I'm listening. But that whole atmosphere, that when the sadhan chatushtaya is not there, knowledge does not take place. It just remains, as I keep saying, to listen and understand to Vedanta is extremely extremely easy. It is not difficult. It is child's play, and I mean it. It is child's play. It's not difficult. Anyone who says difficult has not really understood Vedanta, because it's so easy. I mean it from my heart of hearts. We can explain Vedanta to a child. I have no doubt about that. It is only to accept Vedanta is very, 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 I can keep on saying difficult. Understanding is not at all difficult. So that is why the sadhana chatushtaya is required. All of that is required. That's why you have to do your best. At the time of Shravan, everything has to be there. You have to prepare yourself. See, it is so interesting. People have not understood this concept of Vedanta. All your other sadhanas you are supposed to do for listening properly. Hare Rama. What we think is we listen and now we have to do what? Now, this is all theory, and after that we have to do practical. If you have understood like that, you have not understood Vedanta. Vedanta says what? Everything is a preparation for knowledge from the Guru. Sadhan chatushtaya sampanna adhikari, then tattva viveka starts for that person. You understand? So therefore, whatever mantra sadhana camp, etc. that I do is not for moksha, is to prepare our mind for the knowledge to sink in and realize. Gnyapanam sara sampadaha. Gurur padodakam samyaka. Tasmai Shri Gurave. Then only our coming with the Guru, listening to the Guru, getting the knowledge, and it takes place. If really, after listening to this only and everything this was theory and then there was something called practical, then what would happen? Guru would only become a secondary in our life, because he only becomes one more step towards what? Doing the other things. You know, the sadhana or all that. You get the point. But no, it is said Guru is what? Sakshat sadhana. When will he become Sakshat sadhana? Because then everything else is ready. And then when the Guru speaks, it goes inside, you have understood. Or as I said, the Guru outside and the Guru inside gets invoked. And what happens? Knowledge happens. Okay, this is very, very important to understand. Okay, next verse, let us see. Very beautiful verses are there. Let's see.
Na guroradhikam tattvam.
Na guroradhikam tattvam.
Na guroradhikam tapaha.
Na guroradhikam tapaha.
Tattvajnanat param nasti.
Tattvajnanat param nasti.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Na guruhu adhikam tattva. Guru से अधिक कोई तत्व नहीं है. न गुरु हो अधिकम तपहा. गुरु से अधिक कोई तप नहीं है. तत्व ज्ञानात् परम नास्ति. तत्व ज्ञान से अधिक कोई चीज नहीं है. इसलिए तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. इसलिए मैं गुरु को नमस्कार करती हूँ. There is no one greater adhikam than Guru Tattva. There is no Tattva greater than Guru. Now, let us understand what is the meaning of the word Tattva. I have been speaking this word Tattva for a long time, and you say, Tattva kya hota hai? So the word Tattva is made up of Tat plus Tva. Tva pratyaya is added to Tat. Tva makes it, thatness. So Tat means that, and Tva means ness. So thatness. What do you mean by thatness? So it means a thing is a thing because of that. That is its thatness. वस्तु वस्तु बनती है जिसके कारण उसको उसका तत्व कहते हैं. ओके, जैसे अग्नि है, अग्नि का तत्व क्या है? उष्णता. अगर उष्णता नहीं है तो अग्नि नहीं है. Fire is not fire if there is no heat. Heat is the very tattva of fire, the very sar, the essence of fire. Have you all understood? जो चीज देखो, खाने का तत्व क्या होता है, हम अच्छा खाना खाते हैं, सब कुछ है और उसमें नमक ही नहीं है, तो क्या होता है, अरे नमक ही नहीं डाला है ना, नमक लगता है कि अरे. And have you seen people who are very good cooks? You have to see the way they cook. It's very nice. They फट मसाला डालते हैं. They don't some what is it called, cookbook देख के नहीं करते हैं. They know exactly how much masala, how to put, fat they do. And after everything is done, then they'll take that last pinch of salt and then they'll put. And that will make all the difference in the taste. Is it true or not? And you'll say, "Arey kya aaj ka sambar tha, arey kya fantastic." Yeah, whatever else. Exactly, not more, not less, not this. Perfect. That little, that thing which made it what it is. If that was not there, it would not be like that. That is called the tattva of this. So, na guroho adhikam tattvam. Guru is that tattva in the life of a spiritual seeker, without which spirituality becomes meaningless. Guru is that tapa. More tapa than that, greater. What do you mean by Guru is tapa? Guru tapata hai kya? It is not that Guru tapata hai. No, otherwise, oh my God, that Guru is real tapas. We have to forbear him. He's like a tapas for us. No, that is not the meaning. See, when gold is there, you take it out from the gold mine. It's black in color. Oh, the iron, the gold ore is not, it doesn't shine or anything like that. And then it goes through a long process. And at the end of it, what? You have that shining gold, and that is costly. Isn't it true? That is then you say so many carats, so many carat. I wonder why they call it carat. They could have called it bananas or apples. And anyway, it doesn't matter, carats. So this is very, very precious. It shines. Similarly, when we go to the Guru also, we are all like what? That iron, that ore, gold ore. And then what happens with that knowledge that he gives? It becomes what? Slowly and slowly, all the other minerals, everything, what? Slowly goes. And then the pure, the Shishya starts shining in the light of the knowledge given by the Guru. So, Gurur adhikam tapaha. It is said in the, Vashishta Rishi. Yoga Vashishta, this verse is there. The entire knowledge of Yoga Vashishta was given. And in the end, Bhagwan Rama says, what? Tattvajnanat param nasti gurur apicha tad vidaha. These are the words. That there is nothing greater than Tattvajnanam. This knowledge of Adhyatma Jnanam is the highest in the whole world. Tattvajnanat param nasti. There is nothing greater than Tattvajnana. And Guroho api chattadvida. One who knows this knowledge also, there is no one greater than them. He does namaskar to our Vashishta Rishi and says, there is no one as great as you. This is what he says. Same thing exactly what is said. Na guru radhikam tapaha tattva jnanat param nasti adhyatma vidya vidya. See, secular knowledge will give us a job and give us a earning. It can give us name, fame, money, power, etc., etc. Secular, all the knowledge. It is possible to get everything through these, but it does not guarantee happiness. Is it a fact or not? Actually, secular knowledge nowadays does not even guarantee you a job. Forget about that also right now is the way it is not guaranteed. But anyway, even if you say, okay, fine, you can get a job, you can get name, fame, money, etc., through secular knowledge, but it definitely does not give you what? Happiness. It does not give you. Whereas this guarantees happiness. That's why it's considered as the highest knowledge. Bhagwan bhi kehte hain, Adhyatma Vidya Vidya Naam. Sabhi vidyaon mein Adhyatma Vidya sarva shrestha vidya hai. Sab vidyaon mein. So it is said, Tattva Jnanat Param Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Let's see the next verse.
Mannath Shri Jagannatha
Mannath Shri Jagannatha
Guru Shri Jagadguruh
Madguru Shri Jagadguruh
Madatma Sarvabhutatma
Madatma Sarvabhutatma
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Actually, I feel that this Guru Stotram is meant not just for listening and chanting, it is meant for Mananam and Nididhyasanam. It is meant for reflection and meditation. Because all the verses that are there really are talking about that only. Remember, we had said, Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine. This is what is said. It says, Mannatha Shri Jagannatha. My Natha is Jagannatha. See, Ishvara. Madguru Shri Jagadguru. Guru, second. Mad Atma Sarvabhutatma. मेरे जो ईश्वर है वो सबके ईश्वर है. मेरे गुरु है वो सबके गुरु है. और मेरी आत्मा है वो सबकी आत्मा है. और तीनों तीन नहीं है, एक है. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. अच्छा, in Gujarati, jati, your caste or jati, this is called nath, subcaste or something. So I used to be asked this question, स्वामी जी, आपकी नाथ क्या है? तुम्हारी नाथ सुनशा. What they meant was jati. And I used to always say this, that my nath is your nath, and that is Jagannath. Okay, remember that. There is no such, my nath is your nath. There is only one nath. There is only one God. There are not two gods. And that is that Ishwar is everyone's Ishwara. That is why we say Ishwar Allah Tero Naam. And we actually mean it, okay. There is this question. My God is the greatest. Even children say, my God is so great. They sing songs like that. My God is the greatest. Now, is this statement right? My God is the greatest. Is this statement right or wrong? You will say, no, it is not right. No, it is right. If you say, my God is the God of all, and that is one God, then is the greatest. But you will say, no, Swamiji. When someone says, see, the statement depends on who is saying it and with what meaning they are saying it. When someone knows that there is only one God, one tattva, you can call him or her by any name. All others are only names and forms of that one God. And then you say, that is my God. Then when you say, my God is the greatest, is right. But if you say my God versus your God, and then my God is great and he's the only God, and your God is not great and he is no God, and then something is wrong with your knowledge. Is that okay? Okay to understand? So this saying that my God is the greatest depends on who is saying and with what meaning they are saying. Then many times, people also say, my Guru is the best, is the greatest. See, to say that is fine, because for every Shishya, their Guru is the best. For him. Remember that. So please, you should not have this sort of a feeling, my Guru is the best and all other Gurus are. No, please, no. My Guru is the best for me. The person whom I consider as a Guru is best for me. That doesn't mean other person's what? Guru is less. Please let us not do these type of things. Make someone less and all. And then many times you say, no, they don't talk Vedanta. Because people with Vedanta have a certain type of a little bit of a, we are Vedanti. Ye sab bhakti. Ye sab karma. And these all people do yoga, asanas and all. So everyone thinks like the other thing is what? Something lesser or this, that. Please don't do that. Please, we should not have this thing. Because in our life, every Guru in our life is what? Is worshipful. Because they are taking us to some inner journey. They are helpful, they're useful, and each one needs their own type of thing. See, a person who is of a bhakti nature, for him, he needs a bhakti guru. You understand? Someone who is a karmanishta person needs a karma guru. Each one needs their type of a person to be able to take them ahead. And this Bhagavan, this also is there. He, as far as, see, Ishwar is concerned, the forms of Ishwar don't fight with each other. Vishnu and Shiva don't fight with each other. They are very good friends. You understand? In fact, they help each other also. Shiva Bhagavan says, oh, Mohini avatar lekar kuch kaam karo. So he will take Mohini avatar and he'll do something. You understand? Each one of them, they're very good with each other. The only bhaktas keep fighting for no reason at all. Forgetting this basic thing that there is what? Mannatha Shri Jagannatha. There's only one Ishvara. For Hindus, no, this is the biggest obstacle. It should have been the greatest thing for us. It has become an obstacle for us. Because right from childhood, instead of teaching oneness, we teach what? This is Saraswati. Who is Saraswati? Goddess of knowledge. Who is this one? Goddess of... Okay, they are all this, but these are different what? Same Paramatma. I hope this is very clear. I think if you only do this much now, I think that's a big step forward in our spiritual journey. One Ishwar. Mannatha Shri Jagannatha. Madguru Shri Jagadguru. One person said, you know, my guru is Jagadguru. Oh, really? Yes. How do you say he's Jagadguru? Who gave the title of Jagadguru to him? He says, no, my name is Jagat and he's my guru. So he's Jagadguru. You understand? That is not the way a Jagadguru happens. So, no, Mannatha Shri Jagannatha Madguru Shri Jagadguru. Because Guru Tattva is one, appears in different forms in different places. And I know of a person, you know, see, gurus, now there are these Siddha Purushas, divine beings or divine, you know, great masters. They have this wonderful understanding between them. Remember that. What is their understanding? If supposing a guru, a shishya goes to them, and if they realize that this person is not really to be taught by me, but so they will guide them to the right person. They don't have this. They think this case is not my case. I have to take care of this case and this is not my portfolio. You go to this guru. They will help us to reach the right place, to have the right feelings. It's a wonderful system that they have. And they have no fight with each other. They don't say, this is my guru. Supposing that guru is guiding you, he will ask the permission of the person who has your case. Can I guide this person? Or he will say, okay, you guide this person. I want this thing, guidance for you. So they will send them for a particular thing. I know of so many saints who have said in their life, their guru send them to so-and-so to learn this. Their guru only send them to so-and-so to learn this. So therefore, they have no problem with each other because Guru Tattva is one. Remember that also. Mannatha Shri Jagannatha Madguru Shri Jagadguru. And the most beautiful, the most important what? Madatma Sarva Bhutatma. And that is why when we in India do Namaskar, the meaning of Namaskar, one is only a simple greeting. You put your two hands together and greet each other. That is one simple meaning. May our two minds come together. That's another meaning. But the deepest meaning of the simplest of simple gesture is this. What? That the Atma in you and the Atma in me is not different. It is one. And to that Atma is my Namaskara. The Paramatma in you and the Paramatma in me are not two. They are one. And to that Paramatma is my Namaskar. See, Namaskar becomes complete not just by putting the two hands together, but it becomes complete when the two hands come together and the head bows down. Okay? Because normally Namaskar kaise karte hum log, you know? वो तो अलग अलग ढंग से होता है ना. नमस्कार just as a greeting or something like that, एकदम stiff होके, you know, even when they do the dance, no, they will all stand stiff and all that. There is no such thing like this. They all stand like katak and all, then they do namaskara. So namaskar is when the humility comes, you know, to that Param Tattva is my namaskara. Nama, not me. See the Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, we keep on doing Nama, Nama, Nama. What's the meaning? Nama. Not me, only you, not me, you. This is the bhava behind the namaskara. So, Madatma, Sarvabhutatma. The electricity in one bulb and the electricity in another bulb is not different. Even though one shines bright, one shines dull, the electricity is one. From the standpoint of Atma, we are all one. We are not different. Madatma, Sarvabhutatma. Jivatma बहुत है, लेकिन आत्मा एक है. भगवान के नाम रूप बहुत है, लेकिन ईश्वर एक है. गुरु अनेक अनेक रूप में है, लेकिन गुरु तत्व एक है. और ईश्वर तत्व, गुरु तत्व और आत्म तत्व ये तीन तीन नहीं है, एक है. This is the beautiful meaning of this verse. Let us go ahead and see the next verse.
Gururadiranaadischa
Gururadiranaadischa
Guruh Paramadaivatam
Guruh Paramadaivatam
Guruh Parataram Nasti
Guruh Parataram Nasti
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Guru Adi Anadischa. Guru is Adi. Adi means first, foremost, pehle. The very, very first, Adi. And he is also what? Anadi. जिसका और कोई आदि नहीं है. वो पहले है और उनका खुद का कोई आदि नहीं है. उनके पहले कोई नहीं है, वही पहले है, अनादि. He has no beginning. He's always there. Have you heard many times children ask a lot of times, who is the father of the whole world? So they are told, who is the father of the whole world, father and mother of the whole world? Bhagwan. Bhagwan is the father and mother of the whole world. Pitahamascha jagataha mata dhata maha. Like that. Who is the father and mother of the whole world, or who is the cause of the whole world? Bhagwan is the cause of the whole world. From him, the whole world has come. This is what is said, right? So children ask, and I've been asked by someone as young as 6 years old, okay? That is why I said, no, don't think children cannot ask deep questions. 6-year-old has asked me that, who is the father and mother of Bhagwan? Bhagwan is the father and mother of the whole world. Who is the father and mother of Bhagwan? Who is his daddy? Who is his mummy? They will ask in their language, who is it? So, now I have to explain to the 6-year-old also. We also ask the same question. So, he says, look, see, first of all, if you are not there, then you can be born. If you are already there, you can't be born. Is that okay? Right? If you are there, you can't be born. Now you are already here, right? Whatever number of years you have now, you're already there. Now can you be born? No, you're not. You're already there. Where's the question of you being born? But at a point of time, you were not there and then you were born. So many years back, you were born, right? Now, if something is already there, someone is already there, then there is no question of that person being born, right? So if a person doesn't have to be born, or something doesn't have to be born because it's already there, then can that thing have a father and mother, a cause for it? Samjhe na? So Bhagwan is already there. Guru Tattva is already there. Atma Tattva is already there. It is beginningless because it is already there. You understand? Remember this. What? It has no Adi because it is always there. It is eternal. Nitya hai, isliye uska koi Adi nahi hai. Acha, dusri interesting baat hai. See, Maya is also Anadi. Agnan is Anadi. You cannot say that my ignorance started at this time. Acha, do you know Latin? Most of you listening to me will not know Latin, right? So if I ask you, do you know Latin? You'll say, no, I don't know. When did your ignorance of Latin start? you'll say, Swamiji, I think I was born with it, right? You were born, you did not know Latin, and it is still there, right? Yeah. I still don't know Latin, Probably I'll die with it also because I just don't know. So it doesn't have a beginning as such. So in your previous life, do you know you had this? No, I don't know whether I had or I don't have any. So ignorance by itself has no beginning, because if you say ignorance has a beginning, did it come from knowledge or did it come from nothing? It cannot come from nothing, and it cannot come from knowledge also. So ignorance by its very nature is anadi. Okay. The Jivatma also, it is said, we are all anadi. From beginningless time, you and I have been taking birth. The Jivatma is anadi, Maya is anadi, Agnan is anadi, Jiva and Ishvara Sambandha is anadi. There are 6 anadis. So we are all anadi. That way, the Jivatma is anadi. But Atma or Paramatma is anadi and ananta also. This is the difference between us. Jivatma is anadi, but when he realizes the truth, Jivatma comes to an end, merges with Paramatma. Is that okay? ज्ञान होने से जीव भाव चला जाता है, नष्ट हो जाता है, जल जाता है, समाप्त हो जाता है. पता चलता है नाहम जीवो परात्मेति ज्ञातश्चेत निर्भयो भवेत्. This is what is said. न अहम जीवः, मैं जीव नहीं हूं. मैं कौन हूं? सच्चिदानंद ब्रह्म हूं. When I'm saying all this and I'm putting my hand here, please don't think this Vimalananda is talking like that. This Vimalananda cannot be Ananta. I'm talking about that Atma Tattva which is beyond the body, mind, etc. Na aham jeevah, मैं जीव नहीं हूं. जीव तो मेरा, it is only a transactional entity. There's an ocean and there are waves. So wave is born, waves goes away. From what time did the waves start in the ocean? Oh my God, Anadi Kal se taranga aati hai, jati hai, aati hai, jati hai. Is it true or not? In the ocean, Anadi Kal. From when did they start? When the ocean started, these waves started. Full stop. Waves are there as part of the ocean. It's there always. It comes and it goes. It comes. But when was the water born? The water was always there. Water has no beginning, no end. Waves have a beginning and end. And I understand I am not the wave, but I am the water. I am no more born and dying, born and dying. I am always there. Is that okay? Naham Jivaha. This is what is said over here, that Guru Adi is the foremost. In our life also, Guru should have this foremost role. Guru Adi and Anadischa. And who is Guru? Guru Paramadaivatam. Paramadaivatam means what? There are so many other deities. No, Indra Bhagwan hai, Agni Devta hai, so many Devtas are there. And who is Guru? Who is Ishvara? He is the Devata of all. Kimekam Daivatam Loke. Ekam Daivatam. So, who is he? He is what? He is the Devadi Deva. Adi Deva. They say no, Devadi Deva, Mahadeva, like that. Some serial was there, no? Deva. Sab Devo ke Deva. Devo ke Deva, Mahadeva, like the God of all gods. So all the smaller gods, they get their power. See, एक सर्वज्ञ सर्वशक्तिमान है, उसके पावर से सबको पावर मिलता है. You understand? There is one father, he is the earning member of the family, and all the children get their pocket money. From where is the pocket money coming? From that father only. But that fellow says, oh, I have got 25 rupees. Oh, you have only 25. I have got 50 rupees. The other one says, what 50 rupees? I've got 1,000 rupees. But that 1,000 rupees has come from what? You understand? So the children were fighting, with this thing, I have an iPad, and the other says, oh, I have a iPhone and all that. And the father says, you may say iPad, iPhone, I paid for everything. Okay, remember that. What? So I paid. So it all comes from that one only. Guru Paramadaivatam. Guru Parataram Nasti. There is no greater Tattvam than Guru. Guru Parataram Nasti. Especially for a seeker's life, There's nothing greater than a guru. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namaskar to that guru who is everything, who is the Dev. You know, Kenopanishad story is very famous. Some of you must have heard also. Vayu Devata said, you know, Bhagwan came in the form of a yaksha. Vayu Devata said, let me go and find out who he is. And he came and said, you know, before he could say anything, the yaksha, Bhagwan in the form of yaksha asked, who are you? He says, you don't know, I am Vayu Devata. I can blow everything out of existence. Tornado, this, that and all, you know what I can do. Oh, I can. He says, no need to blow everything out, the whole world and all, leave it as it is. I've got a small dry piece of grass. Just blow that. And Vayu Devata tried his best and nothing, it didn't move a little bit here and there. He felt ashamed when he was talking about blowing the whole world. He couldn't even blow a dry piece of grass. He felt ashamed, went back. Then they asked him, who is he? Who is he? Did you find out who he is? He's saying, I could not find. Then Agni Devata went. And Agni Devata said, what? I can burn everything. That same piece of grass he had kept. He says, okay, you burn this one. He could not burn that. He came back again. And then what happened? Indra, the king of Devatas, went. And when king of Devatas went, that Yaksha did not even stand in front of him. He disappeared. He said, kahan gaya re? Then Uma, Parvati ji came and said, Are Baba, you people think that all your might is your might. It is because of that Paramatma only that you have everything. Were it not for his power, even Vayu Devata cannot blow anything. Agni cannot do anything. The same thing for us also. Because we have life, we are listening, we are talking and all that. When life goes away, what is there? Einstein also, you stand in front of Einstein and ask him 2 + 2 is equal to. That simple answer he's not going to be able to give, you know, all that great breath, nothing. The beauty of the beauty queen is only because there is life in it. That life giver, that Paramatma is there. That is why there's beauty. And if that goes away, what happens? Ram Nam Satya hai. You take that body and it starts stinking and there's no beauty. You understand? So, Madatma, Sarva Bhutatma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. And here it is said that Guru Parataram Nasti, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Now, next one, let us see.
Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam
Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam
Kevalam Jnanamurtim
Kevalam Jnanamurtim
Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham
Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham
Tattvamasya Laksham
Tattvamasya Laksham
Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam
Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam
Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam
Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam
Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam
Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam
Sadgurum Tam Namami.
Sadgurum Tam Namami.
This verse also सिर्फ गुरु परम तत्व के रूप से ही देखा गया है, पर्सन के रूप से नहीं, व्यक्ति के रूप से नहीं. वो कौन है? ब्रह्मानंदम परम सुखदम. वो खुद आनंद में रहते हैं और सबको आनंद देते हैं. You know, the word Sadguru, and they write it in English, na, it is very interesting. It becomes what? SADGURU. And normally when people don't know the word, na, the way they read it is what? Sad Guru. And there is also a bhajan in this, which they sing very nicely. And they sing with a lot of bhava also, you know, because they don't know. Sometimes our own Indian kids in America and all these other places now. So these bhajans are there, and with a lot of bhava they say, sad Guru, Sachi, Dan. And that is their way they pronounce, sad Guru, sad. And Guru must be feeling really sad, even though he's what? Brahmanandam and Paramasukhadam. We have the capacity to make him also sad, I'm sure. Paramasukhadam, he gives Param Sukham to everyone. He is Kud Param Sukham and he gives Param Sukham to everyone. Paramasukhadam, Kevalam Jnanamurti, he is nothing but Sakshat Jnanamurti. Dvandvatitam, free of all contradictions. Even though as a person, remember, when we see as a person, the Guru, it may look like a lot of contradictions. I am not joking. I remember once a time when one child had its birthday and Gurudev made such a big thing of that child's birthday, said happy birthday. There was a camp and hundreds of people started looking at the child, giving him all presents. Gurudev even gave him special attention and everything. Next day was my birthday. I went to him and he says, remember that you were never born. You were never born. Don't even let your parents convince you that you were born. And the day before what? Happy birthday. You understand? So it seems contradiction. No, but actually, if you see, to each person, he's telling what is actually required for that person. Dvandvatitam gagana satrusham is vast like the what? Space. We have already seen. Vyomatitam. Tattvamasyadi lakshyam. He is that truth which is indicated by Tattvamasi Mahavakya. He is the truth. He is not this also. He is the truth indicated. Lakshyam. Ekam. He is one alone without a second. Nityam. He is eternal. Vimalam means without any mala. We have seen the meanings of it. Achalam. He steadfast in what he is. Achala tattva bhi, as tattva is achala, and even as a guru is achala, as Ishvara is achala. Sarvati sakshi bhutam. This is very beautiful. He is the sakshi of your mind. So guru kahan hai? Can you fool the guru? Please tell me. Can you? Why not? Because he is in you as the sakshi of your thoughts. So when you start fooling, he knows before you fool. So that is why it is said in our scriptures also says कि गुरु के सामने हम जैसे हैं वैसे हमको प्रकट होना चाहिए. Don't try to, try to hide what you are or try to show you are something better than what you are. Because first of all, it will not benefit us because he knows in and through what we are. We cannot show, we cannot try to hide, or we cannot try to make ourselves. Because many times people come and do. I remember this one incident very clearly. This is long years back before I even joined the ashram. We had this first international camp in Andheri. And a lot of people had come. When I went, this is before I joined the course. So God knows how many years that back is. And I was one of the volunteers, and Gurudev was giving, something to everyone, as the last day, some token to all the volunteers who had worked for the camp. And I saw everyone, they had so much, I didn't know him that well that time also. So everyone with so much of devotion, they were going and doing charan sparsh and all, and with all bhava, they were taking that prasad that Gurudev was giving. So I felt that is the done thing. You should do. And I didn't have any great bhava at that time. Nothing was there. But I saw everyone doing that. So I said, I must also what? Copy, na? We are expert in that. No, so we see what everyone is doing, then we also. So with all this and all that, I did namaskar and I took the token from him. I love this about Gurudev. And immediately he says, oh, this much devotion. I knew there was nothing in my heart. 1 second he saw, oh, this much. And then I decided, no, never again. I was so embarrassed. I was caught, I was being hypocritical. I was trying to show something which was not there. I said, I'm not going to ever do this again. It is so embarrassing. He is seeing in and through and through, he can see what I am. What is this? So that is why thereafter I decided in front of him as I am, with all my faults and all this is what I am. Make me what you want me to be. In fact, make me what I actually am, not what I have become. So this is what is said, Sarvati Sakshi Bhutam. I know of people who, when you go to them, before you speak only, they know exactly what you're going to speak and how it is going to end, everything. Then I asked that person, I said, why do you then allow me to talk? So that person said, no, you talk only, it doesn't matter. When you talk, because you will not get satisfaction till you talk. So I allow you to talk. They know exactly what I'm going to speak, how I'm going to end the whole thing also. So interesting. Sarvadhi sakshi bhutam bhavatitam, beyond all bhavas. Triguna rahitam, sattva-guna, rajaguna and tamuguna are all in the body and the mind, not in the atma. Sadgurum tam namami. To that Sadguru is my namaskar. Now the very last verse of this Guru Stotram, let us see.
Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva.
Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva.
Tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva.
Tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva.
Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva.
Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva.
Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva.
Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva.
Now again, then this shloka comes, everyone becomes very emotional and all, because Mata, Pita, with these people, with the mother and father, there's a lot of emotions involved. And that is why Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva. Even when Jaya Jagadish Aarti is said, that last verse when is there, what is that last verse? Yeah? Dhana mana dhana sab tera sab kuch hai. So that verse brings a lot of bhava. This verse also brings a lot. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva. Tvameva bandhu. Now there is two beautiful meanings to this. Meaning our mata is guru, pita is guru, bandhu is guru. Everyone is guru. We learn from everyone. Dravinam, even the Dravina is guru. Vidya is guru. Knowledge is our guru. Vidya is guru. Dravina is guru. Everything is guru. Tvameva sarvam. Everything is guru. And guru is everything. Both the meanings are there. What? Everything is guru and guru is everything. Beauty is that you can have any relation with the guru and with God. That is the beauty in our this culture. You can make the God also, you can think of God as your father, as your mother, as your bandhu. Arjuna thought of Bhagwan as what? His friend. Yashoda thought of Bhagwan as what? The mother. So you can have different relationships with your this. So as a friend, so many people I know, they used to say, oh, Gurudev was like a friend to me. Some people, remember, all this is wonderful, but the important relationship is of Guru and Shishya. Because if this relations only you keep giving emphasis, see, Arjuna was not given knowledge by Bhagwan Krishna till he was just only a friend. When he said, Shishyasteham shadiman tvam prapannam, then Bhagwan gave him knowledge. Have you understood that? So इसलिए गुरु शिष्य रिलेशन में वो गुरु शिष्य रिलेशन ही प्रधान होना चाहिए, दूसरे सब रिलेशन प्रधान नहीं होने चाहिए. समझे? तभी ज्ञान मिल सकता है, तभी हमारा क्या, we can get moksha. Or there must be the total devotion and love of whatever relation is there, then also it is possible. Bhakti hoti hai to bhi mil sakta hai ye gyan. But otherwise, Guru-Shishya relation must be there. Now, Dravina. Now, it is so interesting. We say, Tvameva Mata, Chapita, Tvameva, etc., etc. Tvameva Sarvam. Oh, Mama Deva, Deva, you are my Deva, you are everything, everything. We say that. And then, when we make a will, we give it all to our own children, we give to everyone. Is it true or not? एक पैसा गुरु के लिए नहीं होता उसमें. Very interesting it is. Tvameva sarvam, you are everything to me, you're everything to me, you're my whole, you changed my life, you made my this, you did everything. But when it comes to making your will or making this, everything goes to what? Those children who don't even care for you. They may be somewhere, who knows hardly ever, in the last so many years of your life, they would not be anywhere close to you. But whom will you give everything away to? Please tell me. किसको देंगे सब कुछ? मेरा बेटा. अरे पर वो उसको तो पता भी नहीं कि आप कहाँ है क्या. नहीं मेरा बेटा, मेरी बेटी, everything. And then Tvameva sarvam. Mama putra eva. Isn't it true? Putri eva. Yeah. So here, when we say it, that's why many times when we say, we don't really mean anything. We say everything also, that you are everything. Tera tujhko arpan, kya lage mera. And then what happens? The minute we come out and all that, meri chappal kidhar hai. So everything is tera, but chappal. So like that, you're also Tvameva Mata Chapita. The meaning is what? That you are the, if you see Vedantic meaning, you are the material cause, you are the efficient, the sentient cause of this world, and you are the cause of all causes. Karananam Karanaha. You are the cause of all causes. You are the Adi cause of this whole universe. And everything, all knowledge emerges from you. You are the cause of everything. You are the cause of all the dravina, all the jada, the wealth, everything that is there in this world. You are the cause. You are the beginning of everything. You sustain everything. Tvameva sarvam. You are everything. Here it refers to, as I told you, these verses can be taken as the Guru, as Ishvara, and as God. All these three meanings come very beautifully. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Now, I'm going to talk about a very, very important concept with which we will then end, and that is Guru Parampara. You know, in Indian culture, it is not important who you are, it is more important whose you are. So whenever a person talks to you also, they will ask, who are your parents? From where are you? Which is your, so that is the reason, is to know your, because I am what I am because of my parents being what they are and others being what they are. And they are what they are because of, so this culture, this background, this whole atmosphere, even the school and the college that you've studied in and all that has molded you, has shaped you. So they will ask you, who are you? So they'll say, oh, you're an engineer. So you know that there's a person with a certain type of a knowledge. So this way. So all this has shaped us into being what we are, right? So it's not just what you are, but it's the thing that has come to you. That's what's made you what you are. And therefore, it many times, I am not important. It is who. Guru, see, in our, I told you, in our culture, we always, have this parampara. Not only, see, there is two kulas. One is called Nada Kula and the other is called Bindu Kula. Nada Kula, Bindu Kula means your parents and your great parents and all, the Bindu Parampara. So your father, mother, and their father, mother, etc. And then you have a Nada Parampara. Nada Parampara is the, the Guru's Parampara is called Nada Parampara. Because they give knowledge, Nada, sound se hota hai. Wo Bindu se hota hai, ye Nada se hota hai, Parampara. So what is your Nada Parampara? So your Guru Parampara. Interestingly, nowadays a lot of people want to become Gurus, but they don't want to admit they have a Guru. As though they are Adi Guru. Remember, Adi Guru can only be Bhagwan, okay? No one else but Bhagwan is the Adi Guru. Sada Shiva Samarambham. So the first Guru has to be Bhagwan. Akhila Kaladi Guru. This is what was told, what was said about Bhagwan Krishna when he was dancing on the what do you call it, Kaya Naga. He was described that all the kalas come from you. You are the Adi Guru of dancer says, oh, I'm a Kathak dancer and Birju Maharaj has taught. Immediately what happens to you? Oh, Birju Maharaj, kya baat hai? Is it true or not? That person, whether they can dance or not is different issue. But we will say what? Birju Maharaj. You understand? Anyone, if someone says, in singer and all that, oh, why? I come from, directly from, in South India, if it is there, Bala Subramanyam. Oh, you Bala Subramanyam. You understand? In this, which gharana you belong to? In North India, they'll ask you, oh, Jaipur gharana, oh, so and so, Jaipur gharana ke hain? Acha. You're understanding? So similarly here also from where? And all the knowledges have come from Guru, Shishya Parampara. param to aparam. Okay. Param means Shrestha, aparam, not that Shrestha. See, it's a river flow. How does the river flow? From a height to a higher height to a lower height. Now, interestingly, I was just seeing one of the wonders of the world is where the highest waterfall in the world is about 800 meters high. That's huge. So the water falls from 800 meters and it comes down. Angel Falls, it's called, and it comes down. By the time it falls down, most of it has become vapor and gone away. So the difference between the guru and the shishya, if it is very big, what is going to happen to that knowledge? Understand? So what is supposed to be done? The shishya must come up also. If the shishya is like really like that, then the water is all going to, that big knowledge that you are given is all going to go here, there, everywhere. So the guru is at this height. So shishya also, sahaviryam karavavahe. That's why always he should also come up. And then what happens? The flow becomes very smooth and without any problem, no stones, nothing, just a smooth flow. It comes and we also become blessed by this knowledge. So parampara is extremely important in our culture. We always value, and the knowledge remains pure. See what happens? The guru realizes the truth. The shishya knows the truth, understands the truth. Then he or she herself realizes the truth and gives it to the others. So it's realized knowledge that is passed on, not theoretical knowledge, but what? Realized. So it remains pure in its this. So many arts and crafts and knowledges have become extinct in our own culture because parampara has got lost. Is it a fact or not? I don't know how many arts and all have just gone away because there was no one to, no one is there. I know of a person who has been learning those Vedas in that traditional way. And he says, ki 4-5 log abhi baki hai, is particular samhita ka gyan ke saath mein, koi nahi hai. So 4-5, and they're all old and they're waiting for some young person so that they can teach it to. Because if they don't, this will get lost forever. How much of the Vedic knowledge has become lost forever because the parampara is gone? So many vidyas, you can't even imagine how many vidyas we had in our this, but they are lost because there is no parampara. And therefore, whenever we worship, we always worship the parampara. We always say what? Vande Guru Parampara. Blessed indeed am I. Because when we decided about this Jnana Yajna, we said we will complete the Jnana Yajna the day before Guru Purnima, so that we can celebrate Guru Purnima together by doing the Paduka Puja. But Guru Purnima has already started. You know how in our this, na? So today itself, the Purnima has started. Whole night it will be there. So I am feeling very blessed that we are already in Guru Purnima and we are ending this Jnana Yajna on the auspicious day of Guru Purnima. Tomorrow also it will continue. The Purnima will continue even tomorrow. So we will be doing our puja, but I feel extremely blessed that today is Guru Purnima. So greetings to all of you on this excellent occasion, the great occasion of Guru Purnima, when we are singing the glory of the Guru and the Guru Tattva and the Guru Parampara. Blessed am I, and blessed is every one of us who's able to listen to this great knowledge. And may the grace of Guru always be with us. I would like all of you, besides the morning puja that we're doing, to do a small little exercise tomorrow. Sit alone for a little time, take a pen and paper and write down everyone, the name of everyone in your life who has helped you or taught you or given you something which has made an impact on you. Write down their names and express your gratitude mentally to them. It could be the KG class teachers. They had a tough time. Your mother, your father, your brother, your aunts and uncles and aunties and grandparents, and everyone has given you knowledge. Is it true or not? Think of everyone. Even sometimes people we have not liked, we have learned from our so-called enemies, people who were not great role models. We have learned, I will never be like that. I know of many people whom I would say, I will never be like this. I should never be like that. I don't ever want to be like that. Have you not said? We have learned from them what we don't want to be. We have learned from people, this is what I want to be. So please take a pen and paper, write down all their names, mentally thank all of them. And of course, our glorious spiritual Guru Parampara, which we are going to be worshipping tomorrow, please, because Bhagwan Veda Vyasa represents that Guru Tattva. Okay. So we are going to be worshipping that Guru, great Guru Tattva, which manifests in all these different ways. Thank you all very much for this wonderful opportunity for me to reflect on the Guru Stotram. I have never talked before on the Guru Stotram, and this was a beautiful chance for me. Hari Om and Namaskar to one and all. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om. As we've already been announced that we are going to have this beautiful mantra sadhana camp. We invite all of you to Chinmay Gardens. This way we will increase our sadhana, because this, I have understood one thing, there is something called Vicharabal. And there's another thing called Sadhanabal. And I have understood in my life also, Vicharabal is great, Jnanabal is great, but Sadhanabal is greater. It has a strength which is unbelievable. So here is a chance to increase our sadhana, especially the Japa sadhana. So all of you, we invite you to come. And if you can come for the entire retreat, which is 8 weeks, nothing like it. But if you feel that that time is not possible for some reason, you definitely, we do not accept anyone to come for less than 3 weeks. Because if you're coming less than 3 weeks, you're not really serious enough. So we really don't want that to happen. So minimum of 3 weeks. So don't say, okay, let me try minimum first, because second time I'm not going to give this chance. So it might as well, if you can come for the full camp, nothing like it. Thank you. Hari Om and Namaskar.
Hari Om, Pranam Swamini ji. That was really
Thanks for
sublime.
giving me this chance. Wonderful.
That was really sublime, Swamini ji. We are really, truly blessed. Like you said, today is, the Purnima has already begun, and we are blessed to be listening to Swamini ji's exposition on the Guru Stotram. Our humble pranams and infinite gratitude to Pujya Gurudev, without whose grace this yagna would not have been possible. And pranam and thank you, Swamini ji, for these 5 days of blissfully enriched sessions. We are indebted to you for this priceless knowledge and for lifting us out of our inertia. On this most auspicious and appropriate day of Guru Purnima, our humble pranams. We are thankful to Dr. Archana for her inaugural performance, her invocation, as well as to Divya and the rest of Swamini ji's team from Coimbatore for their support, which made our task easier. We express our utmost gratitude to you, our viewers, without which this yagna would not have been possible. It is the encouragement we need. We are grateful to all our yagna and Aarti Yajmans whose support enabled us to organize this yagna. Chinmay Mission Nagpur is also extremely thankful to Nidhi, Meenal, Nisha, Alka, Chetna, and Nandita for working tirelessly in organizing this yagna. And we are grateful to our entire Chinmay Mission family and all our donors who have so generously contributed to this yagna. If I have inadvertently omitted anyone, please accept my apologies. The Guru Dakshina details are in your chat box. You can make your donations and inform as the email ID has been given there. Thank you all once again. It has been a pleasure. On behalf of Chinmay Mission Nagpur, we thank you all. And now let us all join together for Gurudev's Aarti.
सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।
Please join us tomorrow morning for the Paduka Puja. Hari Om. Thank you all.